Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to another Crendor Talks in front of a shitty green screen. Today, we got some Wrath of the Lich King news. That's right, Wrath Classic. Hold on, let me pull it up for you right here. We have new fresh start realms with Wrath Classic. So, with the launch of Wrath of the Lich King Classic pre-patch, we intend to open fresh start realms for players who wish to experience starting a new character and playing alongside a new community of others. In addition to fulfilling a request we've heard from players for a long time, we expect there to be a lot of new Classic players joining us for the first time in Wrath of the Lich King, and some of them may be concerned that they'll feel behind. Fresh start realms could give those players a chance to feel as though they're on an even playing field with everyone else. These realms will be Wrath of the Lich King Classic realms from day one. So when they launch, they'll have all the talent trees, player abilities, etc. But all players will start new characters level 1. And for at least 90 days, you will not be allowed to boost a character on a fresh start realm. For at least 90 days, fresh start realms will not be available for character transfer destinations. And Death Knights cannot be created on those realms without a level 55 character on the same realm. All the WoW Classic Burning Crusade dungeons and zones will be unlocked and available on these realms. On all realms, Northrend will be unlocked, or will be locked until Wrath's official launch day. As a reminder, this is one of several steps we're taking over the next months to prepare for Wrath Classic. PvE to PvP transfer restriction removed. Wrath Classic closed beta test. Classic era clone service retired. Existing realms consolidated. New fresh start realms with Wrath Classic pre-patch and Wrath of the Lich King launch. We hope that you play it, blah, 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 blah. Whoops, there I am. So that's the big news. And I'm a little mixed on it because I think there's one of two things going on here, right? So I think having fresh start realms is a good thing. I think everybody wants these, I think, from a whole plethora of situations like bots and economies being in shambles from gold and bots and a whole bunch of stuff, right? And just, years and years of people playing on these realms and, being min-max and all this stuff. I think everybody's excited to be like, yo, I can, get a fresh start again. I think a lot of people have just wanted that in general, not even just for Classic Wrath, but just for Classic WoW overall, right? Just a couple more fresh start realms. I don't know why they didn't do this for Burning Crusade, but I guess it's better late than never, right? So I am tempted to make a character on the fresh start realm because I think it could be really fun. I always enjoy the fresh starts. I enjoy the feeling of everything being new. Ironically, being new in a 20-year-old game at this 20, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. But the big thing for me, the part that makes me be like, is the little things they add in, right? So for at least 90 days, you will not be allowed to boost a character. Okay, fine, whatever. But for at least 90 days, fresh start realms will not be available destinations for character transfers. But what that's telling me is after 90 days, does that mean they're going to be available for character transfers? Because that seems like a bad idea. Like, the whole point of these fresh start realms is that everything's fresh, right? It's a fresh start realm. And so you would imagine that with a fresh start realm, everything, like the economy is fresh, there's all the gear is fresh, but after 3 months, you're gonna start letting people in from these other realms that have had this issue. Like, that, to me, that's the problem, is that you're gonna have somebody that's like, oh, let me bring over my character that has 800 billion gold, right? Let me bring them over to this fresh start realm, and that just destroys the economy. So when you start letting people in to the server that didn't start on the fresh start server, it just makes it another server, right? Like, it just becomes another server, because then everyone else can just go there and it's like, woo. I think these servers should not have character transfers from old servers. I think if there's going to be multiple fresh start realms, I think. So I think if you transfer between fresh start realms, I think that's okay. But I think the big issue here is if you're going to allow fresh start realms to transfer between not non-fresh start servers. So that's probably my biggest concern. My second biggest concern is probably just bots, but you know, whose isn't at this point? I've seen so many people just like playing the game and they're like, oh look, a fellow mage. Hello, mage. And then the mage becomes like 8 mages and they're all running around like you know what I mean? So it takes something out of the game. Cause you know, botting back in the day was one thing. Now it's like it's on a whole new level. Like it's wild. So you know, a grand scheme of thing here, I think it's a great concept. I think it's a great idea. I'm glad they're doing it, but I really hope that it doesn't just become more of the same, right? I really hope it doesn't just turn into this server is literally the same as all the other servers, but it started as a fresh start server in, you know, a few years after the launch of Classic WoW, right? So we'll see what happens. I'll still probably make a character on it. I think it'll be fun to play it all again. So let me know what you think down in the comments section below. That's not even below. I was like, hey, below. I'm like pointing at the microphone or me. Hey, down below. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'd like to know if there's anything I missed or if I'm, you know, maybe I'm missing something else. Maybe they've already said stuff about the bots and I missed it. I don't know. But either way, Wrath of the Lich King is probably my favorite expansion. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely the time that I had the most fun in World of Warcraft. It's when I started doing YouTube, so I mean, well, I guess Cataclysm was kind of when I started, but Wrath is when I kind of, that was my prime, you know what I mean? That was my prime, man. So I still have like a soft spot for Wrath. It's weird now. My version of WoW that I loved is the classic version, so it's a little crazy to me. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you missed the new Pointless Top 10 Bears, up here, check it out, wherever. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.